I've been waiting for this season all year. Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Carmel, and in today's video I'm sharing with you this super easy makeup look for fall. It's cozy, it's warm, it's wearable. So if that sounds like something that you might be interested in, then please do keep on watching. I've already done my eyebrows because they are the same every single day of my life. I used the Glossier Brow Flick and the NYX Crazy Lift Brow Glue. As we're moving away from the summer, I definitely find myself moving away from a super dewy complexion, gravitating towards more of a soft satin finish. So today I am going to go in with a little bit of primer because I'm having a little bit of a flare up on the cheeks, a little bit of rosacea, no big deal. We will try and smooth it out a little bit with this, which is the Huda Beauty Easy Blur. This is, look, it's never going to get rid of your texture. Nothing will, but it will definitely help to minimize it a little bit. So I'm just going to put that just in these problematic areas. I don't need it all over my face, but just in this area. And it will just help to smooth out my skin and make sure that my foundation doesn't emphasize those areas. And I'll put a bit around my nose while I'm at it because it's very, very blurring. I'm also a little bit sick at the moment, so if I sound a bit funny and I'm doing a little bit of sniffling, I'm very sorry. While we let that sit for a little bit, I'm going to move on to the under eyes, and I'm not getting a whole lot of sleep right now because of my cough. So I am going to go in under my eyes with this most beautiful colour corrector from Morphe. This is the Wakeup Artist Colour Correcting Concealer, and this is in the shade Peach. I've been really loving this concealer. That's the shade Peach. And it just sits so beautifully underneath the eyes. And the best thing about it is that it's so incredibly lightweight. So I'm just picking up that swatch on a BK Beauty A506 brush, and I'm just going to tap this under. You can be really liberal with this colour corrector and it will literally never look cakey ever. It's so lightweight and serum-like. It's definitely become my #1 colour corrector. See how much that's just helped my darkness? I mean, you could literally just leave it at that. I'm obviously not going to because I am super dark and I need all the help I can get right now. So for concealer, I'm going in with my trusty Fenty Beauty Concealer. This is the Wear Even Hydrating Concealer. This is in the shade 225. I actually do prefer the shade 240, but ask me where I've put that. I have no idea what I've done with it. It's in a drawer somewhere, but I can't find it. So that's the shade 225, and it really is fine. It's just a little bit bright, I would say, for my under eyes at the moment, but it's totally fine. Again, you can go quite liberally with this one. This is, well, it says it in the name, it's a super hydrating concealer, and I never have issues with this caking or creasing. And you know what? I never hear people talking about this concealer. And you know how many concealers I test and use, and this always comes out on top for me. It's just the best all-round concealer. Look at it. It's so good, and I really struggle with my under eyes. It's my biggest struggle. Now, I've learned to accept them and to just accept my under eyes for what they are, but it doesn't mean that I still don't try and find a concealer that will erase my darkness. And obviously nothing is going to do that, but this does an absolutely beautiful job at concealing without caking or creasing, and just blends so beautifully. So now that the under eyes are done, we can move on to the foundation. And as I said, I definitely find myself moving away from super dewy, super glowy. It's not that I will be adverse to wearing it during the winter time, because I still do, obviously, especially when my skin starts to feel really dehydrated because my skin is so dry. But a good satin foundation will give me everything that I need. So not too dewy, but not matte either. And one foundation that really has been ticking the boxes recently is the latest one by Makeup by Mario. So this is the SurrealSkin Natural Finish Foundation. I feel like I'm sniffling a lot here. If I am, I'm really sorry if I'm doing it and not noticing it. This is the shade 8N, and it's a nice liquidy formula. Really, really good shade match for me. I am just going to go over on this side, and I feel like I need a bit of extra help today because of my little breakouts there. Taking a BK Beauty 101 brush, and I'm just going to tap that into the skin. So in the literature for this foundation, it says that it's not matte and it's not overly shiny. It's just somewhere in between, and that for me is just the description of a satin foundation, and that's what this is to me. I always feel like a really good satin foundation can be better than any other foundation because you don't run the risk of it being drying, but it won't look overly greasy either. So you kind of get the best of both worlds, if that makes sense. So it obviously claims to be a natural foundation, but I wouldn't say that it's a natural foundation as in you're not going to see it on your skin. You obviously are going to see it on your skin, but it's natural in the sense that it doesn't look heavy or makeup-y. So that's just one side done. And then one side with nothing. So it just looks really nice, doesn't it? It's a really great everyday foundation. So yeah, I just feel like this is just the perfect foundation for this time of year. So not too glowy, not too matte, just somewhere in between. Moving on to bronzer now, and believe it or not, we are not using a cream today. I know, are you shocked? I want to use a matte powder bronzer today, and there's one that I've been using recently, and I've been really enjoying this. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Matte Bronzer, and I have this in the shade medium. Just the perfect tones for this time of year, just the perfect amount of warmth. And this bronzer really is worth the hype. I've heard so many people talking about it, and this feels incredibly high end. To apply this, I'm going to apply it with a BK Beauty 111 brush. So I'm going to tap in, but it does pick up quite a bit of product. So just make sure that you tap that off. It's extremely hard to take product away, and especially when it comes to powder products. It's definitely a little bit easier when it comes to cream and liquids, but when it comes to powder, really difficult to save. This just blends seamlessly. Can you see that? It just feels so beautiful when you apply it. It doesn't disturb your makeup underneath. It isn't too pigmented. If you are a regular to my channel, you'll know that I spoke recently about the NYX Buttermelt bronzers, and I just struggled with them because they were just so pigmented, and although the formula is really nice, I found it hard to apply the correct amount of product without it looking too heavy, whereas this is just seamless. I would definitely go as far to say that this is the best powder bronzer I've ever tried at the drugstore. I think L'Oreal have done an amazing job here. So I'm just going to pop a little bit on the forehead, just a tiny amount, because I don't want to be looking too sun-kissed at this time of year, but I still want to look like I've got the remnants of the summer on my skin. So yeah, I really like that. Not muddy, it's not too pigmented, it's just so nice. Honestly, it's such an amazing bronzer. Now, before I go in with some blush, I'm just going to go in with my Lisa Eldridge. This is the Pinpoint Concealer. I don't know where the end of it's gone. The packaging for this is terrible. Honestly, it's so bad. I'm just going to run over these little breakouts that I've got on my cheek. And just let it set because I don't want my blush to pull it up. This is in the shade 5, by the way. For blush today, I am going to go in with a cream blush because I have used a powder bronzer, so I have to have some cream in here somewhere, but I'm not choosing a glowy blush, I'm choosing a satin blush. So again, not too dewy, but it's not going to be matte either. It was a no-brainer to me which blush I was going to use, and I'm going to use this Rhode Pocket Blush, and this is in the shade Tan Line. So Tan Line is obviously perfect for the summer. You know, the name speaks for itself. Because it's a pinky brown blush, it moves so well into the autumn as well, and it really is a beautiful blush, okay? It's a massive favourite of mine. Now, when I see people apply this blush, I always see them applying it directly to the face. Now, I've never done that, But I'm going to give it a whirl today because it always looks so good on people when they do that. Now, I know the sensible part of my brain is saying that might lift your makeup. It could be disastrous because I always pick this up on a brush and it's a BK Beauty 109. But I'm going to give it a little whirl on the cheek today just to see how disastrous or genius it will be. So let's have a go. So I'm just going to do that. Look at that colour. Isn't it just beautiful? So I'm just going to start tapping and you can see there how easily it blends. Okay, I actually like it when you apply it directly to the cheek. I like that. Okay, there are definitely some products that you can apply directly to your face and it will be fine. But there are some products that you can apply that will literally just lift up your foundation and it can just end up disastrous. Try over here. It's definitely one of my favourite blushes. Such a long-lasting blush. Blush in general, creams and liquids, will fade faster than a powder blush, but this just lasts and lasts. Now, obviously, you can go in with some highlighter after you've done your blush, but I'm not going to use any highlighter today. 2 reasons. The outbreaks on my cheeks, they are not going to be very happy if I pop highlight onto them. And second of all, as I said, I like to keep my complexion a little bit more toned down at this time of year until we get to Christmas. And then we'll be bringing out all the highlight. So on the eyes today, we are going to be sticking to some really nice, earthy, warm colours. And we're going to be going in with this palette from Morphe. This is the Morphe Chroma Plus 12 pan palette. And this is in the shade Flickering Sands. And I knew when I wanted to do a fall makeup look that I was going to use this palette because it's just perfect. So it has an amazing mix of mattes and shimmers. There are some shades in here that are great as toppers, some beautiful shimmers, beautiful mattes. If you haven't tried a Morphe palette since 2016, then you need to, okay? I used to really not like Morphe palettes. I just didn't get the hype with them because I never had success with them. Things have changed, okay? Morphe have changed. This is one of the best affordable palettes you can find. So let's kick off and we'll start up here with this warm orangey brown here. I'm going to apply that with the BK Beauty N13 brush. So you'll have to let me know if you also believe that Morphe have improved. I am honestly blown away by their eyeshadows, by all of their makeup pretty much. They have been such a problematic brand over the last few years, but I really think that things are changing. Some of the products they could rival luxury, honestly. And these eyeshadows, man, they are light years away from those palettes they used to produce. Do you remember those big, huge black palettes? I still have one downstairs. I do still have it. I don't know why I still have it. Maybe just nostalgia. One day I'll bring it out and show it to you. Also, let me know if you've tried any of these new Morphe palettes, any new Morphe palette. I know one of my beautiful viewers, friends, Christy, she is obsessed with the new Morphe palettes and she makes me laugh so much because she gets just as excited as I do about makeup and especially affordable makeup. I mean, I think this palette is between 22 to 24 euros, I think. And for the quality, it's worth it. It really is worth it. I'm going to take a little brush, which is this Refa 14, and I'm going to go in to this neutral brown. Just take a little bit of that on the brush. And I'm going to pop a little bit on the outer corner and just bring it through to the crease. I'm going to take a BK Beauty 201 brush, and then I'm just going to bring some of that underneath the lash line. I love this brush. It's perfect for the outer corner. It's perfect for under the lash line, on the lash line. Let's take this lightest matte here, and this is my Zoeva shader brush, and I'm just going to take some of that in the first half of my eye. Okay, now I'm going to go in with this beautiful bronze here. Love it. See that? It has a gold bronze shift, and I'm just going to take that lightly over the lid. Look at that. It's just so stunning. And I'm just going to blend that into that lighter shade just with my finger. I really love that shade. I love that shade so much. So now I'm going to go in with this up here. This is more of a topper. That's how it looks. Oh, it's so nice. And I'm just going to pop that into the middle, down towards the lash line. It's so pretty. This palette is so good. See how pretty that is? Pretty and subtle. I love it. I'm then going to take my shader brush from before, and then I'm going to go into this shimmer here, and I'm just going to pop some of that, making sure you tap off because you will get a little bit of fallout with these shimmers. And I'm just going to go into the inner corner. So that's Flickering Sands, absolutely perfect, not just for fall, but for all year round. It really is absolutely amazing. I think this is definitely my favourite eyeshadow palette of 2025, for sure. This dress is doing my absolute head in. Did I just swap shoulders? I don't know, did I? Oh gosh. Okay, we are going to move on to mascara now, and I'm going to use a mascara that I haven't used in such a long time. So when it comes to mascara and eye looks for this time of year, I think volume, I think more sultry, fluttery lashes at this time of the year, whereas in the summer I feel like I want the length, whereas now I feel like I want the volume. Does that make sense? So today I'm going in with the Maybelline Lash Sensational mascara. This is the full fan effect mascara. So it does aim to give you those full fluttery lashes. And this is such an iconic mascara, isn't it? So many people adore this. And honestly, I just sometimes forget that I have it. I have so many mascaras. It's really obscene, to be honest. It really is. But I'll apply this and I'll tell you a little bit about it while I'm applying it. So this mascara has a fanning mascara brush with 10 layers of bristles, which results in length, separation, and a full fanning effect. It will give you length and volume without clumping your lashes together. And I do feel like the actual brush takes a little bit of getting used to because it's quite small but curved. But once you get the hang of it, it gives you the most beautiful looking lashes. And the one thing I'll definitely say for this mascara is it's so incredibly buildable. It gives you so much time to work. And honestly, I genuinely forget how good this mascara is. I think because I have so many on the go and I just forget. I forget. So I am going to go in with a little bit of powder on the face now. First of all, I'm going to go in under my eyes. So under the eyes, I'm going to go in with this by Makeup by Mario. This is the SurrealSkin Soft Blur Setting Powder. I've got this in the shade Neutral Light, and I'm applying this with a very old Morphe eyeshadow brush. This is a really gorgeous powder. See that? So blurring, so beautiful. I'm very aware, and you've not seen it, but in between I've been blowing my nose every 2 seconds because I'm sick. So I'm just going to touch up my nose a little bit before I powder. Honestly, isn't it the worst when you're sick and you've got makeup on and it's literally like there's just no point? There's literally no point. So on the face, I'm going to dust a little bit of this just around my T-zone. This is the Morphe Cloudlight Soft Glow Veil Powder. This is more of a finishing powder, but it definitely helps to set my makeup in place. This is in the shade Sunrise. Just using a BK Beauty N15 brush. Looks like this. That is clean, by the way. That's the actual colour of it. I think some people must think I don't wash my BK Beauty brushes, but then some of the Nikki Rose ones have this colour at the end. So just dusting that around there. Oh, I love that powder. I really do. Let's get rid of this. Even my hair's annoying me today. So I've got two products I want to use on the lips. One is a lip liner from Morphe. This is the Signature Lip Pencil in the shade Honey. And then on the lips, we are going in with a Revlon Cream Lipstick. This is just perfection for this time of year. Can I just say, Revlon make the most beautiful fall lipsticks. There is a couple that I could choose from, and I did and ah between this and another one, but I've opted for this one because it's just perfect. This is the shade Whiskey Business. I love that name. So here you've got Morphe in the shade Honey, and then you've got Revlon in the shade Whiskey Business. Whiskey Business, it is shiny, but it's not too shiny, okay? It's not too glossy. So it kind of works perfectly with the makeup look. So let's go in with the lip liner first. This lip liner has definitely been a grower. The first time I used it, I was a little bit underwhelmed with it. It just felt like any other lip liner. But now that I've kind of got it going, it feels... yeah, it feels a lot more high-end than what it did. Yeah, it's definitely been a grower for me. But that shade, everything. It's everything. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the Revlon lipstick. These super lustrous lipsticks are some of the best you can get. By the way, this is the shade 803. I'm not sure whether it's the same number over in the US or not, but in Ireland, that's what it is. Isn't that the most perfect pairing? Honestly, that lip liner in Honey and this in Whiskey Business, honestly, that was made for this time of year. It's amazing when you're not feeling well how just a little bit of lipstick can just improve your mood. Like, for real, I don't even feel sick anymore. So there we are, a super easy wearable makeup look for fall using both high-end and drugstore products. You'll have to let me know, what are your go-to makeup products for this time of year? Let us know everything down in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. I so appreciate you being here with me. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the next video. But until then, take care and bye for now.